Welcome to Hardback Life. It's time for stories, sass, and strong opinions. Let's turn the page. I'm Cassie.
And I'm Becca.
Guys, that took 4 times. 4.
It's all right. Some nights are better than others.
That's so true. Tonight's not the night for me.
No, tonight was not the night. But hey, we are on and are recording before 8 p.m. I consider that a win.
It's 7:58. So,
It's
not
still
really.
before 8 p.m.
So what's new, friend? I miss you.
I know. It's been a long time. How long has
This
it
is-
been? Over a month?
Yeah. This is since May. Since May, we were seeing each other pretty frequently.
Like every
And
month,
then-
if not twice a month.
Yeah, I feel like more than once a month. And then all of a sudden it was like cold turkey.
What's new? My kid isn't sick anymore, which is great.
That's so exciting. I
feel
was
like
really
I'm-
worried about him.
Finally getting back into a routine of just life, which is nice. And Friday last week was the best day ever. Do you know what day it was? Labubu delivery day.
Booze or whatever the hell.
I have to come back to this because it's important. We spent so much time on the last episode talking about Labubus. But
We
look,
really did. It looks the same as the other one you have.
no, let me hold them up together. I'm going to prove you wrong. It does not look the same. Ready? Look at this one.
Okay, so the new one has red pupils, not just red eyes.
Correct. But
And
like
it's
this one
bigger.
does look, no, this one's technically taller. Like you can see. Yeah. So yeah, this is the official. And then I got this one today. It came in the mail. This is the new Pin for Love series. Every letter stands for like a word. So like they're all like labeled by letters. This one's P and it stands for peace. It's like, look how flipping cute.
I'm so happy that you're happy.
It brings me joy. What else is new? Nothing really. I didn't do anything all weekend. We just relaxed. So I don't have any updates other than my Labubus.
What I do? It was Andrew's birthday this weekend, but we didn't really do anything. We had dinner together. I had to go down to Delaware, almost said Maryland, for my sister-in-law's bridal shower, so that was nice. But that's pretty much it. I'm currently reading Onyx Storm. I didn't read it all this weekend, though, because in my head, here's the thing. I know if I'm about 100 pages in. I know if I just sit down and read, I'm going to want to devour it. And I can't handle that. So I'm just putting off pretty much just reading it because I don't want to just be done because then I have to wait for so long.
I've been like a slow snail. I've been doing other things. Like I have just honestly been so tired at night. I've just been like watching TV or playing Disney Dreamlight.
No, I really want to read and but I'm just putting it off. And Andrew goes, well, why don't you just read a second book at the same time and then it'll even out. And I'm like, no, I can't do that. And he goes, so you're just going to suffer. You're not going to read this book, but you're not going to read another book. But eventually you're going to read this book. He goes, I don't understand your logic.
I don't really understand it either, but I'm just going to let you keep living your life, okay?
It's just once I know I'm going to hit a point where there's no stopping. You know what I mean? And I'm afraid to hit that point because then it's done. We're done. It's done. I'm done.
I am finally revisiting House of Flame and Shadow.
Finally.
I've decided it's time. Because
I'm
I've
so excited
tried,
for you.
let's see, I'm going to check my Goodreads real quick because in the last week, I've tried to start multiple books and I've given up on them very quickly. Not given up. I don't want to say that. Just not been vibing with it.
Yeah. You've been in a slump again. A little bit
I
of a
am.
slump.
I started the Midnight Bookshop for a book club, but I don't know if I'm going to get to it all. It's too serious. There's a dad with cancer who died and
yeah, I'm so unsure if I'm even going to attempt it, to be honest.
I mean, that's fair considering that your
My
dad did
died
die
of
of cancer.
It's not funny, but
It is.
you laugh or you cry, guys. I don't know what else to say. I'll cry later, but just not on camera.
So and then there's a sick mom and there's substance abuse and I was only 3 chapters in and it was just the background of the characters, but I'm I can't, I can't. So then I started Disney Adults by AJ Wolf and read, I think a chapter or 2 and that's so good. It's just a physical book. And so I'm
see,
and then
Fourth Wing for me is a physical book. Maybe that's part of it. I wonder if it's a mental block.
it might be. And then I started the Branded. So I'm kind of flopping back and forth between the Branded and House of Flame and Shadow, depending on
those
my
are
mood
two
and what I want to
solid
read.
ones
I
to
agree too.
bounce with.
I'm just waiting for the Branded to kick in. I'm just getting a lot of the characters and the world and stuff right now. So
Yeah,
it'll
but from talking with Joe, but like the world building is different because you're only getting a very small part of the world right now. And it's going to grow as like Nara, who's the main character, learns it. Like she didn't realize there's more to the world, pretty much.
yeah, I'm super
So like
excited to see
a
how
lot
she
of it's
does
going to
this.
grow with her. I love the books.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Andrew said that's not right.
Okay. I got to put myself on blast a little bit here.
Guys,
So
I was hysterical. Hysterical.
I added a clip in to the first part of our interview with Joe, explaining that we had some tech problems and that we were going to break the episode up into 2 parts. I edited the sound and things of that clip, but I didn't edit me talking. So there's one point where I'm like talking and I'm like, yeah, so excited for you guys to like hear this. We're going to do part 2. So sorry, tech issues. And then I'm like mid sentence or like I finish saying something and I like turn to the side and I like pick my sweatshirt. And then I knew at that point I was staring at my son because he was doing something. And then I turn back around and I like say the same statement again, but then I'm like, that doesn't sound right. Like it's obvious that I didn't edit. And so I am mortified. And anyone who has watched the YouTube video and now is watching this, I'm an idiot. And I know
wonder
it.
if it would have been funnier. Like I watched the YouTube video, that's how I saw that. But I wonder if it would have been funnier to listen to it and not have been watching what you were doing and just had the silence.
Like, I'm profusely embarrassed. Like,
No.
I don't think I've
First
ever
of
been so
all-
embarrassed in my life.
Which is not like we're professionals at this.
No.
Second of all, it's
That's on the
definitely not
internet
the
forever.
but it's not the most embarrassing thing people have put on the internet.
You're not wrong. I hope everybody got a giggle watching it. I hope everybody was like, wow, that's obviously not edited. I don't think that she meant to do that, but
I sure got a giggle.
we all know that you got a giggle. Okay, now we can start the episode. I'm going to preface this episode with the fact that we've done one like this before, so we're doing another true crime style. And the last time we did it, we did the review of the book first, and then we did the true crime style script after. We're going to switch it up this time, and we're going to do the script first. She thought it was a second chance, a roof over her head, a fresh start. But what she walked into was a house full of secrets and a job that could cost her her life. This is The Housemaid, a chilling psychological story that blurs the line between fiction and the kind of true crime we all fear. Today, we're telling the story of Millie Calloway, a woman with nothing left to lose and no idea what she's walking into.
Millie is homeless. She sleeps in her car. She's just out of prison with a record she doesn't talk about. Every door has been slammed in her face until one opens. The Winchesters need a live-in housemaid. Millie applies, and shockingly, she gets it. No background check, no real interview, just a job offer and one rule: never go into the upstairs guest bedroom. The home is massive, beautiful, the kitchen looks like it's out of a magazine, but something just isn't right. Nina Winchester, the lady of the house, is unpredictable. One minute she's warm and chatty, the next she's screaming over a fork being placed the wrong way. Andrew, her husband, is charming, supportive, the kind of man who steps in when Nina lashes out. He tells Millie to hang in there, that Nina has mental health issues. She needs some help. Millie believes him. She wants to, but that's when the whispers begin.
At night, Millie hears crying, doors creaking, footsteps in empty hallways. She finds her bedroom door locked from the outside. She starts to notice strange bruises on Nina, and then she catches sight of the guest bedroom door, the one she's forbidden from opening. Behind it, she thinks she hears something, or someone. The daughter, Cecilia, avoids Millie completely. Her behavior is really odd, secretive. She won't eat anything Millie cooks. She won't speak unless forced, and one day she says something that chills Millie to the bone. You'll be gone soon. They always are. But Millie needs this job. She needs food, a place to sleep, and she can't afford to ask too many questions until it's too late.
Millie breaks the rule. She opens the forbidden door upstairs, and what she finds changes everything. Inside is a prison, a room stripped bare. Mattress on the floor, food tray shoved under the door. A woman was living here, or hiding, or being kept. Millie begins to piece together the truth about the Winchesters, about her own role in their twisted home, and about the dark game they've been playing. She realizes she's not the first, maybe not even the last. and she absolutely is not safe.
Everything Millie thought she knew flips on its head. The family, the abuse, the lies. Someone in the house is not who they claim to be. Someone in the house is watching her, manipulating her. And when the final secret is revealed, Millie has to decide whether to run, fight, or become something darker herself. She's done being a victim. She has nothing left to lose. And when she makes her move, it's not just for survival, it's for revenge.
The Housemaid is a story of power, control, and what happens when you back the wrong person into a corner. Because in this house, the walls are thin, the doors are locked, and the truth doesn't just set you free, it can kill you.
The Housemaid by Freida McFadden is a psychological thriller.
Yes.
We are going to have a point where we give a spoiler warning because this book has like a really big plot twist at the end. So we will make sure that we give you the spoiler warning
Yeah.
ahead of time so you don't have to worry about that.
Just like a little quick thing about Freida McFadden, I love her books, just in general. I haven't read one by her that like I really, and they're quick reads. So they're not like the most, I mean, some of them can get intense, but they're quick, easy reads, especially like if you like a good thriller. I really enjoy her writing.
I was going to say, I feel like she's like the classic like palate cleanser. Like it's
Yeah.
just a quick, easy psychological thriller, which most of them that I've read like have captured my attention and I'm good. The only one that I didn't like was Never Lie, which is interesting because a lot of people said that they really liked that one, that it's like that one's like a highly rated out of the ones she's
Interesting.
written, and I could not. I
didn't read
DNF'd it
that one.
actually.
I didn't read that one. My favorite's probably The Teacher.
The
I just
Teacher
thought
was
those
really good.
twists were so good.
The Teacher was really good, and this one was really good. As the
Mhm.
Housemaid series continues, because there are 3 books, so
Yeah.
and there's also a
I didn't
novella
read the other
actually.
ones.
So there's a novella actually. So I've read the first 2, and then I read the novella. And then after that, I decided, after reviews and things of the 3rd one that I saw, I was like, nah, I'm done. Like, it's
Yeah.
the same thing over again.
I didn't read the other ones because I kind of got that vibe that it was like, how many different ways can you do this? And then also you had told me like, meh, they're just okay. But The Housemaid, the first one, is getting made into a movie with Sydney
It
Sweeney.
is. It's actually releasing, I'm pretty sure, this November, December, maybe. Like, they just moved the release date up. I saw
Did they?
on social media the other day. I think so. So I'm really interested to see. I mean, I love Sydney Sweeney, so
Yeah. It's Sydney Sweeney, and I always forget her name.
I can
But
see
I
her
do
face
really
in my
like
head.
her. Amanda Seyfried.
There it is.
Seyfried.
Seaford? Yeah,
I really like her.
I do too.
So, and I think they'll be good together. And then
And I
don't
think,
know the
isn't
guy.
it the guy that played in This Ends With Us?
I don't know what that is.
This Ends With Us
Oh,
was
the Colleen Hoover one.
Colleen Hoover adaptation, movie
Didn't watch
adaptation.
it.
I
I
would-
have read one Colleen Hoover book, and I have not watched any of the movies. I just find her so overhyped. Sorry.
She is. I read a decent amount of her in the beginning of my reintroduction to the book world, like book
Mhm.
talk and stuff. And I really liked him at first. And now that I've like read other things and actually taken the time to
Yeah.
appreciate and like really consider books, I don't know. Verity hit really well. And then the other ones were like, I think I thought they were good because I had just come off the high of Verity. But then I've
Yeah.
gone back and I'm like, actually, no.
If I'm going to
They're
try
not
another,
bad.
it's going to be Verity. But I don't know if I'll even try it.
Verity was good. I liked Verity.
There's too many other authors that I feel like don't get the hype they deserve to focus on an overhype.
If you've read The Housemaid and you need another rec, Verity is a good one that's very similar,
Mm.
or vice versa. If you've read Verity, The Housemaid, the one we're talking about today, is a good book to read if you liked
I'll have to
Verity.
try it.
So yeah, I mean, overview, you get to just listen to the script, which gives you kind of, geez, I keep hitting that.
Maybe it's all the Labubu's.
I mean, it definitely is, but you didn't need to call me out like that. Yeah, you just listen to the script, but the plot premise is that Millie takes a job as a live-in housemaid for a really rich family,
Yeah.
but obviously realizes that not everything is as perfect as it seems. So the main characters in The Housemaid are Millie, who obviously is the housemaid, Nina, who is the wife in the wealthy household that she takes the job, and then you have Andrew, who is the husband, and Cecilia is the daughter of Andrew.
Without giving away any like twists or anything, what did you think at first?
Like,
when,
what did I
shit
think the
first
twist
started
was?
happening? Yeah.
I
Can you
really,
answer that without
honestly,
giving
it's
anything away?
well. Let's be real for a minute. It's been a really long time since I've read this book,
Mm.
so I struggle to remember like what my initial like reaction was or my
Yeah.
initial prediction. I didn't think it was going to be what the twist was.
No, me either. But I also remember not thinking, like, I know they want you to believe one thing for a really long time. They want you to believe, you know, it's one of the two in the couple, and I'm not gonna say who until we get to the spoiler part, but they really want you to believe that it's one of them, and I never could get on board that it was, but I also could never get on board that it was the other one either, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, I think, like, my initial reaction was I was very much swayed one way,
Mhm.
which we can talk about when we get to the spoiler section, but I was very
I know
swayed one
it's
way.
so big.
It is vague. What initially drew you to the book?
I had just read The Teacher, and I just wanted to read more of hers, and I saw a lot of reviews on The Housemaid, so I just kinda went for it.
I think Sarah was the one that told me to read this. I think she read it
Mm.
first and she was like, "Hey, like, it's a really good thriller. You should read it." And so I did. And it's definitely up there in comparison to other thrillers. It's definitely
Yeah.
high up there. The Silent Patient was so good. We've done our episode on that one.
Yeah.
This one is really good. Verity's another good one. The Teacher, obviously, which is the same author, which we talked about. But
Yeah.
yeah, this one's definitely up there. If I had to recommend a thriller, I would recommend this one, but I wouldn't recommend the rest of the series. I would just say
Yeah.
just read the first one and be done. Like it's good enough the way that
I think that's
this
fair.
one is. So it definitely was a can't put down. Like I definitely wanted to know what was going on.
Found that with almost all of the ones I read by her, though, because she gets to the danger part of it so quickly. There's not a lot of lag in the beginning, you know what I mean? So she gets me invested early.
Yeah, I agree. She does really well just getting into it, which I appreciate.
Mhm. Maybe I just have no sense of regular fiction or the modern day fiction anymore because I read so many fantasies that I'm just so used to not getting to the story for a little bit that now I'm like, oh, it jumps in on page 1. That's so cool.
Yeah, because we're reading all these fantasy books that take years to build their
Yeah.
world.
Don't get me wrong, you know me, I love some good world building, but when I go back to, like, a regular fiction, I'm like, "Oh, shit, normally stories don't take that long."
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that writing wise, like she's very accessible and
Mhm.
I think she's immersive.
Yeah.
Like we said, it's definitely like fast paced and it just like
Yeah.
kicks right in, which I appreciate.
My younger sister is not a reader, but recently we were talking about books, because obviously my family knows, like, I do this, and she was like, "I really wanna try I like a good thriller or true crime that's not, like, too much, like, it's not too gory, it's not too, immersive, but, like, it's good and it keeps you on your toes and there's twists," and I said, "Just read anything by Freida McFadden," basically. I was like, "I feel like she's the perfect author for you."
She's one that I feel like she sometimes reminds me of like now I'll further extend on my opinion here. I feel like sometimes she reminds me of being the thriller author in comparison to Colleen Hoover, meaning she produces books really fast.
Yeah.
But I feel like that Freida McFadden has like stayed pretty consistent in like captivating readers, whereas like Colleen Hoover was really a fad for a hot minute and now she's falling off. And I feel that's why she's making the movies into books because she wants to grab people back.
Maybe should have picked some less controversial stars for that then.
I mean,
Not
that
that they
was
were controversial before, I guess,
that
technically.
was a shit show. Blake Lively and Justin, I think his name is. I forget his last name or
Baldoni
how
or
to pronounce it.
something?
Yes, yeah, that was a hot mess. But yeah, Freida McFadden produces books pretty quickly, but I feel that she's been able to keep it consistent with captivating her readers. So
Yeah, I agree. And with thrillers, you can always do something different. Where I feel like romances, they take one of the main tropes and they are all kind of similar. But with
you can
thrillers,
go
it
in
could
like
go
any
so many
direction.
different ways.
Yeah, you can really just start from scratch and write an off the
Yeah,
wall story that's fucking wild,
I agree.
which I appreciate. Character wise, what do you think? Believable, over the top, relatable? What do we think about the characters?
So like you, it's been a minute.
Yeah.
I think I felt they were all like believable. Like I do think, unfortunately, a story like this is plausible in the real world. So I guess that means they're all like realistic enough.
I remember sympathizing with Nina a lot, or not Nina. I remember sympathizing with Millie a lot because she had just gotten out of incarceration and needed a
Hmm.
job. And, this kind of fell in her lap and she took it. And then when Nina's being an absolute raging asshole, you're like, what the hell is wrong with this wife? And I felt sympathetic, empathetic, all the things for
All the aesthetics.
Millie. Yeah, and then the husband comes into play and his daughter, and the husband was, like, so sweet, and I was like, "Oh my god, he knows his wife's a bitch, wow."
Mhm. I
Those were my initial
think I remember
reactions.
that kind of. I don't think I was like off put by Nina. For me, I was like, something's not right here.
Oh, I
And
mean,
I
I
think
knew
that's
something
why.
I knew something wasn't right in the house, but I didn't know. I had no idea where it was gonna go. I truly
No,
didn't
truly.
see
It could have been
the
Cecilia for all I knew, honestly.
could have been the daughter. Oh my God. But yeah, I mean, it hooked me just because I feel like that. I mean, it hooked me when I read the summary on the back of the book. I was like, oh, I want to know
Yeah.
what's going on in this house. So,
Yeah,
what did
it was,
you?
sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, what did you rate it?
I have to look. I honestly don't remember.
I'm gonna look back at my rating too because
I'm
I'm
pretty
not
sure I gave it a
sure.
5. I tried to get, this is just like such a side note, but you guys know how I do ARCs now, and I tried to get her latest book, The Surrogate, on ARC, but I had started doing it too late, so they didn't approve because it was so close to when it would have been due. They don't know how fast I can read.
They don't know. Yeah, I've got to scroll down and look and see when
I
I read this
also
book.
read this, fun fact, I gave it 4.
Okay.
Pre-Agatar, which means I didn't doubt the men in stories enough yet. Because
So
since Tamlin, I doubt every man.
I read this back in August of 2023.
I think we read it around the same time.
I gave it 5 stars.
I gave it 4. Oh, look, I don't even have the dates in it that I read it.
I gave the second one, The Housemaid's Secret, a 4.
Mm.
And then let me see what I rated the novella. I rated the novella 2 stars. So it was not great.
Yeah, I like I said, I stopped. I was satisfied with it. I felt anything past that would have all been the same. And then you confirmed that for me, so.
Before we do spoiler section, I do have a fun game.
Yay.
Yeah, I have a fun game. This is the first time I'm going to give it a shot, so we're going to see how this goes. So it's called Character Mashup. And what we're going to do is I'm going to have you randomly pick 2 characters from different books, and then we're going to imagine them meeting and discuss what that would be like.
That's so much pressure.
But I'm not going to have you like tell me the characters. I'm going to have you.
You're going to give me the characters.
Yeah, we're going to do like a random situation.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, that's so much pressure to think of 2 characters.
No.
I can, but I feel like I'd end up picking like Rhysand and like Rune, and I feel like they're gonna meet eventually, so probably not the
Okay,
best
so
one.
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some characters in like a spinning wheel, and then we're gonna pick
Such
2
a good
random
idea.
characters. So give me some that you want to throw in this wheel.
Xaden, I feel like he'll be fun.
Okay.
Rhys,
Hey.
I hate myself, okay? I've been reading a lot of arcs, so none of those characters are really helpful right now. Anthony from Bridgerton.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I'm picking very like dominant man.
Throw
Very
some women in
aggressive,
here.
dominant men.
Give me 3 women.
Okay, I'm trying not to do more than one from each series too.
Okay, let's do Bryce.
You could do Kai, or not Kai, sorry, Peyton from
Peyton. Okay, and then one more.
I'm like Scout from To Kill a Mockingbird.
No.
I know, that's why I didn't say her, but
3, 2, 1.
stop! Don't count! That's too much for me. So you did Bryce, and we did who else? What was the other girl?
Peyton
Peyton.
from Powerless.
Yeah. Let's do Ren from Silverleaf.
Okay. What's her?
I was gonna go out of
you.
are
I got it.
I was gonna go out and say, what was it, Lily from Mad Honey, but like we did fantasy everybody else, so I didn't know if that would make sense.
Okay.
Ren and
Okay, so Ren from Silver Elite. Now I'm gonna remove her so we don't get her again.
Okay, that's good.
Fuck yeah.
They would get along so well.
Fuck yeah. All right, let's talk about this
each
shit.
other.
Heck yeah. Okay.
They would love each other.
They would burn the world down.
Yes.
Like without
I actually love that pairing so much.
Without a shadow of a doubt, would absolutely eat the world alive.
Love that. Especially before the big reveal. In Silver Elite, Bryce would have taken that mofo down before we knew who it actually was.
So hard.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah, like they would they would burn the world down. They would defeat anyone. They would not be enemies, and obviously like they obviously wouldn't be lovers, but like they would be honestly they're giving like Aelin and Manon vibes.
Yes.
Like would
Love
be
that.
so good. Yeah. I would love
Or Aelin and Lysandra.
Yeah.
Like I feel like they'd be better friends than Manon and Aelin.
Okay, that's fair.
You know
I also think too, like their counterparts would again.
They would get along.
Yes, their counterparts would.
SJM and Danny Francis, you want to work on a cross, bring the universes together?
Yeah, SJM, you want to do a crossover into Silver Elite? Let's manifest
If
that for
anybody
Broken
could,
Dove.
SJM could.
Literally. Okay. That was cute. That was fun. Do we want to
That
do
was
one
fun.
more?
With the ones we have left? It's okay. We don't have to.
Actually, let's save it. That was a
Yeah,
good one. We'll use that one
that was
again.
good.
Okay, so this is the point in the episode where if you don't want to hear spoilers about the housemaid, kick rocks. Okay? See you later.
We still love you though, so like, don't go kick rocks.
You know what's really bad? I say that to my son all the time. Like he'll be like getting into shit and I'll be like, "Hey man, kick rocks."
I feel like that's the equivalent of like being told to rub dirt in a wound.
Yeah, pretty much.
Rub some dirt in it.
Okay, yeah. So if you haven't read The Housemaid, pause now and come back once you've read.
Okay. The number one question I have, because I cannot remember, is do we actually ever find out what Millie was in prison for? Because
Yes, I think so,
we
and I
said
don't
that,
remember.
and I was like, shit, I forgot she was in prison.
So obviously the major plot twist was the fact that Nina was not crazy and her husband, Andrew, was the psychopath, which is like literally insane that he gets Millie to fall in love with him. And basically she believes that Nina's a bitch when actually in retrospect, Andrew beats his wife and literally has her under his control, won't let her out. And so Nina hires Millie on purpose, and this is where the criminal record comes in. Nina, and I think the garden guy or like somebody that Nina had employed who actually comes into play later in the series, but they purposely hire her because of her criminal record, because they want her to, they think that she's strong enough. And so Nina plans to replace herself with Millie, hoping that Millie will get out from Andrew's clutches.
Yes, because Nina and the gardener are secretly together, right? So he like tries to warn Millie, like, don't stay.
Yeah,
but like also doesn't.
I don't think Nina and like the gardener guy or whatever are together
He was trying to help her.
Yeah, like Enzo ends up being a love interest of Millie's like later in the series. And basically like they assume that someone with a shady past won't be believed if she ever tries to expose like what's going on in the house. And they also see her as expendable. So I guess it's less of the we think that you can get out of his clutches, but more just that you're expendable. Like like you have the skills and you have no better option, so we might as well stick you in this situation, which is actually really fucked up.
It is. And I remember he does feel bad about it because he does make little comments to her about not staying or trying to get out or whatever.
Yeah, he kind of secretly tries to help her out. So yeah, that's the really big plot twist, that Andrew is actually a psychopath. And honestly, I don't think any of that was like far-fetched. I think shit like that actually can happen.
No, that's what I'm saying.
And the whole twist itself completely caught me off guard. Like in no world did I think that Andrew was the problem. Freida McFadden had me completely convinced that he was an angel.
See, that's what I was struggling with, was what I was trying to get to before without giving it away, was like, I didn't necessarily believe everything with Nina was true of like all of the issues Andrew was saying, but I also 100% didn't think it was him either. You know what I mean?
I knew something was fishy. I just like didn't know what was fishy, and I didn't think it was going to be that he literally holds these women captive.
Yeah. See, I think if I read that book now, post reading, I tell you this all the time. I have like the Tamlin effect, where now I just doubt every man that's in a book until the end of the book and they show their true colors.
I love that you call it the Tamlin effect.
Yeah, it's the Tamlin effect. So I wonder if I had read it now, I'd have been like, oh, Andrew, it's Andrew. It's Andrew.
That's brilliant.
You know what I mean? Because now I'll start reading something, and if you've read it first, I'm like, can I like him? Like, can I get invested in this man?
Yeah, I think this was just like, just another example that men ain't shit.
Yeah. And I think also just like, I just assume all Andrews are good people because mine is.
You fell for the bias.
I did.
I was gonna say another book that it's been a hot minute since I've read it, like years. But one that's similar to this is called Behind Closed Doors by B.A. Paris.
Never heard.
I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. I think I gave it 4. Like it wasn't like super good. It wasn't 5-star. But I liked it enough. So that was another one that I figured I'd throw out there for our listeners.
Yeah. When I first was reading it and they were talking about this extra bedroom and stuff, like I don't know if you've read Jane Eyre, but so the whole premise is that he has he brings in a governess to raise his bastard child, or somehow the child he's in charge of, I kind of forget. And she's raising it, and they kind of end up falling in love. And it turns out he has his crazy, like literally crazy wife, who he lied and said died, locked upstairs. So I'm kind of thinking, like, as they're alluding to this bedroom, that it's something along those lines.
Okay.
But obviously I was very far off.
I mean, you kind of got as close as you probably could have without
Yeah,
having any
until the
context. Like,
big,
that's a pretty
yeah.
decent prediction.
Those were the vibes I got.
Mm.
It's
Yeah,
like a thriller version of Jane Eyre.
I just really liked the vibes. I've been meaning to read The Tenant by Freida McFadden.
Yes, that looks good.
I have it on my Kindle, actually. I have it downloaded on Kindle Unlimited, so
The other great
maybe
thing
I
about
should.
Frida is that she's on Kindle Unlimited, and I love that.
Yes. I should have thought about that. I should have thought about doing The Tenant as a palate cleanser, but now I'm back into House of Flame and Shadow. So I
That's so good.
actually, as we're sitting here talking, I'm remembering that I need to go into my Libby and I need to accept the let them theory, because I literally waited for God knows how long for that book.
Still have 4 weeks for that, and 5 weeks for the wedding people still.
Yeah. Do you want me to delay? This is like a squirrel moment. Should I delay the let them theory so we can read it together?
I mean, how likely are you going to be able to get that back?
So I can put in for it to deliver later.
Yeah, but won't it go to the next person on the list? I don't know how that works.
Yeah, it does.
Just read it. It's okay.
Yeah, but I'm
We
trying
still
to
have
finish
the
House of Flame
one.
and Shadow.
Well, what?
You know
It
what?
goes to the next person and then back to you, and then if you're ready for it, you can read it.
I'm gonna do deliver after 30 days. Yeah, I'm gonna schedule the hold. I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Because I'm not ready to read it yet.
That's fair.
So yeah. I had it deliver after 7 October. So
Okay.
I'm 43rd in line. So I'm hoping that within a month I'll be able to be
Jesus.
ready to
I
go
just was
again.
looking at my Libby because you're saying that. I'm 24th in line for Let Them. I'm 13th in line for the wedding people. Guess what I started at for the wedding people?
Several months.
52nd in line.
Awesome.
I put that in May 6th, and I'm still waiting. And people keep talking to me about it, and I'm like, please don't.
Buy the freaking book.
No, I refuse.
Okay.
I'm going through buying all of Sarah J. Maas's, so I can't really. And I'll probably end up buying all of the Fourth Wing series also.
I have the whole Fourth Wing series.
Like, at this point, I think I've decided I'm only buying hard copies of ones that I love, like the authors that I love. So all of SJM, debating on the Fourth Wing series, and then classics.
Yeah. What you can do when Onyx Storm comes out in paperback, you can keep my hardback and I'll get the paperback.
No, because I'm also going to get the paperback.
Oh,
But
you like
thank
paperback?
I love paperback.
Oh, I thought you like hardback.
No, I prefer paperback.
That's so funny that our whole podcast is called Hardback Life.
Life, and
we should
both
change it to
hate
Paperback Life.
That's actually so funny. I never even thought of it. Oh, the irony.
We should change our intro. It should be like, welcome to Hardback Life. 2 girls who prefer paperback.
That's so funny. I actually never, we've talked about it before, but I've just never really thought about it.
No, I haven't either.
Our whole internet persona is Hardback Life. I love that.
Well, we really got on a squirrel moment there, but
we did.
I think we hit the points.
Yeah.
Yeah, final thoughts. It was just overall a really good book and you should read it.
Yeah, I agree. I think the twists get me. All Frida's twists get me.
So good. It's like she does really good about the twists where you just your jaw's on the floor and you're like, what the flip?
Mm-hmm. I feel, I try to really predict books. I've never gotten one of hers right. Not once. The teacher, that second big reveal at the very, very end.
So good.
Dude,
so good.
That got me.
So good. And I love books like that. The last page where you're like, what?
Yeah.
The one and only book that I've ever actually predicted correctly was Silver Elite.
I predicted that on very early. I texted Miranda because our friend Miranda is the one who got us onto that book. So I texted her. I'm like, Miranda, I already know who this person is.
Yeah, I texted you and I was like, hey.
Yeah.
Is so-and-so so-and-so? And you were like, I don't know.
That's the emoji I send every time somebody asks me about a book.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure I have all of Onyx Storm figured out. And I can't wait to do our episodes and you guys can find out what I thought and if I was right. But also I can wait because I really don't want to finish it.
I know, you're really dragging on this one.
Guys, I would have normally had this done in a day.
Yeah, you're really committing to the drag. We don't actually really know what our next episode is.
No, we have some
We've got
ideas.
ideas. Maybe we could like get people to maybe we could do a bookish mingle and have people like comment what topic they would want to hear about.
Yeah, but then would we leave it open and they can say any
No,
book?
like
Oh,
we
okay.
would
Like of
no,
our
we
of the ones we've talked about.
yeah, like we would pose like 2 ideas from our list and then
Yeah.
have people vote. We said we were going to do a bookish mingle when I was listening to the second part or editing the second part of Joe's interview, and I
Mhm.
forget what it is, so I'll have to remember because we said we were going to do one.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Well, awesome. So yeah, moral of the story, we don't know what we're doing next, so you're going to be just as surprised as we are when we sit down to record. So
Yeah.
with that, I guess, stay cunning, stay brave, and remember, you are your own high lady.
Bye guys.
Bye, guys.